everyone, and welcome to Goofy Gamer, aka Mr. Money, doing a Theros draft. And what have we got here? This is the Theros block with one Born of the Gods, one or two Theros block. Not Shriek Harpy, which can be good if they don't have a creature that they want to sacrifice. Perplexing Chimera for the same mana cost and lets me trade a spell. Might just go with the Perplexing Chimera. Haven't played with it yet. Although the Harpy is pretty good. Could be a 4/4 flyer that'll win you a game or two. And then Sudden Storm is pretty good. Kragma Butcher's good. But I think Perplexing Chimera is the pick here. We got Guild, Sudden Storm, Black Oak of Honduras. Guild is pretty good. And another Sudden Storm. And it looks like somebody took a common out of this pack. A 4 mana removal spell or a 4 mana tap 2 creatures. And then they don't untap. I kinda like Guild better. Nothing else is really jumping out at me besides Nyxborn Triton. And Black Oak of Honduras could be good in a defensive deck, but I'm not expecting anyone to take that highly. A Crone Conscriptor is good. Eternity Snare is good in a control deck, especially if they have something really big. And Bolt of Keranos, we have Divination. And so I mean, red is open with these two. White is open because of the Skyguard. I can see Eternity Snare not going up within the first couple of picks, but I like it, although it is a 6-drop, and I already have a 4 and 5. Divination would be good too. I don't know, black-blue control sounds good, especially if I can get some good bounce spells going for me. Oracle's Insight. Nyxborn Triton jumps out at me. Also Fall of the Hammer is pretty good. Yeah, red is definitely open. And I mean, we could put Oracle's Insight into the deck and put it on like Perplexing Chimera, but then that would give them card advantage instead. Yeah, I feel like Nyxborn Triton might be the pick here. It's either that or Fall of the Hammer, but we'll see how this next one goes, this next pack. Siren of the Silent Song is a very welcome addition. I don't know if I'm going into black yet, but I can't really see that wheeling. Yeah, red is wide open, and blue maybe not so much. Although there is a Nullify. And I kinda like the Flyer, although I haven't seen very many black cards. So I can almost expect that black is not going to be open. So we're going to take the Nullify and hope that the Siren wheels. So there's no blue cards, but we do have Weighted the Underworld, which could be good removal. And Elite Skirmisher and Fated Retribution. I feel like it's just Way to the Underworld here. Excuse me. And then we got Necrobite. Regenerate it. Gains Death Touch. Although we do have a Felhide Brawler, and we might be in need of some 2-drops. So we'll take that. And Asphyxiate. Ooh, but then there's Tamarat. That's a tough one. I mean, we only have one 3-drop creature, but this is destroy target creature. So the Shriek Harpy came back, and I will definitely take that. Black Oak of Honduras, so it seems that black is open, after all. Another Felhide Brawler. I don't really have anything heroic just yet. Yeah, I'll take the Felhide Brawler. Come on, Siren. I think you're in this pack coming up. Well, I guess not. I'll take the War Chanter. Although I don't feel like I would be playing it anyway. So it looks like blue is not open, but black is. Come on, where's our cards? I'm gonna cut this Cyclops, hold a bay, and then I get a land. I think I took the Nullify over the Siren. Way of the Underworld isn't really that great of a removal spell, although it can be. Asphyxiate is a little better because of the mana cost. Now let's go the other way with some Theros packs. I only got 11 cards from that. Can't really see wanting to play War Chanter. There's nothing really that I would want to make sure gets through. I probably should have took the Siren, because this Nullify might be a little difficult to cast, especially if I end up in heavy black. but we live and die by the sword. And if this draft would pick back up, I think somebody's really confused on why they gotta land. Okay, Arbor Colossus, that's too bad. Wow, we pretty much got a whole bunch of stone nothing. But we might be a Guardians deck. I wouldn't really be happy about playing Hippocamp, but since other people are playing blue, I can see taking a Gainsay. I mean, there's just really not that much else in the pack. Not for me, anyway. And I mean, the best card is Arbor Colossus. But I feel like I'm gonna take the Gainsay here. I do only have 6 creatures, but yeah, we'll take this for the sideboard. That's kind of bad that I'm using my first pick as a sideboard card. But there's nothing really jumping out at me. Return Phalanx or Pharika's Cure. I think I would like the Return Phalanx since I'm in those colors. And it would be a good blocker. Yeah, that's just what we're gonna go with. Not getting a whole lot going for us. I might even have to main deck Weight of the Underworld. But what could they be bringing us in the form and the guise of blue and black? Not that much. Not that much at all. I mean, there's a Cavern Lampad, and I mean, Ordeal. I can see putting that on like a Fellhide Brawler. But is that better than a Cavern Lampad? And my 4-drops are pretty light, and I probably should take a creature over a spell. And if Guardians of Meletis comes back, I'm definitely going to pick that up. Foil Hippocamp. Yeah, it's looking like this is just a junk pack too. I mean, there's just not a whole lot in here. But Hippocamp, because we need a creature, pretty much. There's nothing really in here that I would want to not play against, and I'm more interested in drafting things that I'll need at this point instead of hating on certain things. So we'll take the foil Hippocamp. And wait a day to get our Pyxis of Pandemonium. Ooh. Voyager's End. Baleful Eidolon or Disciple. I could see playing a Voyager's End in this deck, although a Baleful Eidolon would be good as well. I feel like we're a little bit more controlling, but yeah, we'll pick up Voyager's End. And we get a Baleful Eidolon. Horizon Chimera would be good, but since we're not splashing green yet, yeah, Baleful Eidolon, and that's it. This Benthic Giant might come back round it goes. So black seems to be pretty open from my other direction. Why does it say so-and-so has 25 cards? And he's like offline or something? Why does it say I only have 21? Is that all I have? And 1 mana, any color. Bronze Sable, we could do Cutthroat Maneuver, Return Centaur. At least I can choose to mill them with the Return Centaur. I could use some more 3-drops. Now we could take another Cavern Lampad or a Dark Betrayal for the sideboard. Not really feeling another Cavern Lampad, and I don't really think this is a deck for Scourgemark. But actually Guardians of Meletis might be a pretty good card to have in here. Although Dark Betrayal is uncommon. What? Aw. And I think we're gonna take a Blood Toll Harpy. This is why you always keep an eye on your time, folks. Always keep an eye on your time. So we got a good removal spell, shucks. Whole bunch of nothing. What do I want to play against? We'll take this Borderland Minotaur. And a Scourgemark, which we could play on like our Guardians for some kind of damage. Don't really have any heroic guys. We'll put Guardians of Meletis off to the side for right this minute. We don't want anybody to fly, and we don't need a Triton Shore Thief by any means. Hey, Disciple. That could be good. Especially if I curve out. We don't want anybody boulder falling us. Now I'm looking for like Annex and Comedy, Horizon Chimera, Nessian Asp. We should have been like some kind of green variant, but another Voyager's End could be the pick here. I'm not really interested in another Disciple, especially with no Grey Merchant, which is unfortunate that I haven't seen one. And we can hope that the Thassa's bounty wheels. Nimbus Naiad, you're always welcome in my deck. Although Mogus Marauder would help me get in some damage with what? With nothing, that's what. Somebody passed up a Wingsteed Rider for the rare. We don't really have anything that we want to Aqueous form. Especially since we have a Cavern Lampad, we could put that on just about anything. But yeah, Nimbus Naiad and Mogus Marauder are our two picks, but there is a Dauntless Onslaught, Wingsteed Rider, Scholar of Athreos, bunch of good white cards, Battle-Wise Valor. But Nimbus Naiad is probably the pick here. Hey Gary, I'm glad you finally decided to show up. And then there's Triton Tactics, a Null which may wheel back to us, and Omen Speaker which may wheel back to us. Now, ooh, this is a tough one. Do I want a wall that I can get back both my Voyager's Ends, my Nullify, my Guild? Is Guild exiled? No, it is not. Ah, man. Do I want that or another creature? Another Returned Phalanx? I can see the Returned Phalanx coming back, but we might just be a wall deck, a Memronic wall deck, and a Sip of Hemlock for those big nasty mens. This is turning out alright with the last pack. Colossus of Akros. It's better than anything else. We'll take it. Heck, we might even play it. Whoa, Foil Forest. I hope I get that Foil Forest. We're not short on playables by any means. And the Return Centaur could be good for us. Chain to the Rocks is worth 25 cents. Can't really see taking anything else here. Wave Crash Triton? Heck yeah. I will take that. And be super happy about it. Then our Disciple came back. Although Viper's Kiss could help against bunch of things. Bunch of those Nessian asps. Did I see another? I don't know. I'm taking the Disciple. I hope another Viper's Kiss comes around. I think there was another one with the one that had the returned Phalanx and the Pharika's Cure. So we'll hope that that comes back around. Hippocamp, I'm sorry you're not making the deck. Perplexing Chimera. Now, how many 2-drop creatures do I have? I might not even need to play this Scourge Mark. Wow, Mogis Marauder came all the way back around. I mean, we could almost play mono black and, like, splash some stuff. I mean, I don't have too many things that can target the Wave Crash Triton. A null for the sideboard. And we don't really have any real crazy finishers. The Colossus might be our crazy finisher. Alright. So now do I want the Viper's Kiss or the returned Phalanx? I feel like it's going to be the Viper's Kiss. Although 2 returned Phalanx would help against the aggressive decks. And then I could cut one of these friggin' Fellhide. Actually, I could cut both of these Fellhide Brawlers and be happy with it. Since we're going to be playing more defensive, and these return Centaurs are kind of unnecessary at this point. Heck, I might want to even play 18 lands with this Colossus, so we can take out the Cavern Lampad. And we even get an Asphodel Wanderer. Now, what do I got that can activate the Wave Crash Triton? The 2 Nimbus Naiad, the 2 Blue Bestow, we got a Baleful Eidolon, which could be really good on it. It would make him a 1/5 Death Touch. We could also put the Baleful Eidolon on the Black Oak. Mogis Marauder might not make the deck. Can't really... Oh, Foil Forest? No way! I'm so excited. Somebody's really nice. But yeah, I feel like the Mogis Marauder might need to come out. And then if somebody else does have Intimidate, I mean, shoot, we could play mono black. I'm not even kidding. We could play mono black. But yeah, we got Guild as removal, Asphyxie as removal, Sip of Hemlock, Eternity Snare pseudo removal, Memnonic Wall to get back Voyager's End and Nullify. I think I'm actually going to cut the Nullify. And we have 15 creatures, so we could actually bring in another one. We have 3 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-drops. 2. I mean, I could bring in the Return Centaur. That 4 toughness could be pretty hard to get through. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, I could actually bring in the Guardians. And then that would help against a whole bunch of things, really. But I pretty much have a Guardians with the Black Oak of Honduras. I think I want to bring in that Cavern Lampad again and play 18 lands. Because the Cavern Lampad can just get there. And I have some pretty good removal / bounce, so if I just play it right, I could be in some pretty good shape. And then Guild is really good because it exiles, so it could work against pesky gods if they have them. And then the Memnonic Wall actually gets back Sip of Hemlock too, as well as Guild, as well as Asphyxiate, as well as the Voyager's Ends. I don't have any double blue. I feel like this is my last draft all over again. But if I can go like Return Phalanx into Blood Toll Harpy, into Disciple, into Grey Merchant, and I win. I just win. And I think this deck is pretty darn good. It is an 18 land deck, considering I have a very high curve. But we got some early defense, 3 2-drops, some decent removal, Asphyxiate if I can get them right when they come down. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty good. Let's see what Magic Online says for Landsies. Come on, where are you at? There we go. 12-6A. I mean, I don't have any double blue, so I could see 12-6 being pretty good. It would give me a chance to get a blue mana by turn 2 or turn 3 to attack with the Return Phalanx. And I'm not so sure about this Perplexing Chimera. I haven't played with it yet, but let's see where we're at with it. Opponent casts a spell, and it's a spell, so if it's a permanent, I get it. If it's a spell like destroy target enchantment, then I can switch that for his. I saw that on the whatchamacallit, the Pro Tour live coverage. Somebody was playing against Brian Kibler, and he had a Perplexing Chimera, and he goes to destroy it, then they switch it with him and then destroy it on his side, they gain 3 life and then win the game. So if that scenario happens, I'll be pretty happy about it. But you never know. Yeah. I got four things I could put on the Wave Crash Triton. They're just incidental. Do I want to bring in the Scourge Mark? Bring in the Scourge Mark for what? Make him a 2/4. Bring in the Scourge Mark and take out what? Because I don't want to sacrifice any more black permanents. And I feel like this is pretty set up, so I think this is the deck, and I thank you guys for watching. See us again for round 1, game 1.